Actually, no, I was talking about this first. Okay, this is gonna be quick and probably I don't even know if I'll upload this. But yeah, Blair White decided to talk about Destiny one day ago. I'm gonna guess this is to do with full podcast. I'm gonna guess this is still to do with Piers Morgan. I've already talked about this a bunch. But yeah, let's see. In general, I like Blair White. I don't like her political takes. I don't agree with her, but a lot of the stuff she says about like trans communities and stuff, and just kind of the way she goes about things in general, I'm like cool with. I like her content, but I have a feeling we're going to disagree on this. But let's see.
Goes on anti-Trump rant and mocks victims and their families. Creature.
That's not what happened, by the way. He just didn't want to. He didn't want to. What's the word? Okay, he said fuck him, to be fair, but like, he didn't want to. He didn't want to. What's the word? I'm already losing my mind. It's great. He didn't want to like disavow the shooting, which, you know, I'm guessing she's not going to understand why people are so anti-Trump on the left, and that it's not about whether he's like a rapist or a pedophile or whatever. It's about the fact that he led an insurrection. So hey, have a look.
Behavior.
I'm asking you to condemn what happened as an egregious attack on a...
Please apologise for the thing that you had nothing to do with Destiny. Please, Destiny, please.
On democracy. Can you do that?
No, I won't. No, I won't. I won't.
You can't do that. You see, so why the hell? Frankly,
not.
Destiny...
Absolutely not.
Destiny?
I still think he's 100% right. I don't care. Anyone can come at me about this shit. I think that he's 100% right. I've kind of spoken to a few like rightoids, mostly in comments, because I uploaded several videos about this already, which is why I'm not spending much time on this. And like, fuck me. Like, they're not getting the message, you know? They're not understanding how ridiculous it is that he tried to run a fucking insurrection. And when you talk to rightoids about it, they won't fucking condemn it. These two never condemned it. She said something about like people walking into the Capitol at one point. It's like ridiculous. So no, I wouldn't fucking want to do it in front of these people either. And he's a fucking soy lord. Piers Morgan is a fucking fake centrist soy lord. That's what he is.
Why the hell should we listen to a word you have to say?
Cleansing.
When we genocide conservatives in this country.
You know, the red flags were there. Someone who's built like that. Just the build alone, right? That is a nefarious build. That is a suspicious build. And physiognomy...
What the fuck is a suspicious build?
...is in fact real.
Is it real, or is it some bizarre horoscope bullshit that rightoids come up with to like just judge people off the bat? The same way that fucking leftoids will judge you for who you follow on Twitter or for saying one like mean thing in a sea of things that they would otherwise agree with.
Hey, bro.
Hey, what's up? Have you heard the good news?
Are you pregnant?
That's not possible.
Blossom finally got a good wig?
That's even less possible. Even better. I'm going on tour. I am so excited to be doing a live version of my podcast at the Blair White Project all over America and Toronto, Canada. Each show will have a signing, a meet and greet, a special hangout for VIP fans, and a portion where you can grab the mic and talk to me, ask me questions, drag me. Don't do that. I would say my podcast is pretty uncensored, but imagine how uncensored we can get together in person. I'm a little scared. We're stopping in Austin, Phoenix, Washington, D.C., Brooklyn, Atlanta, Toronto.
I wonder if she'd ever come to the UK. I wouldn't like drag her unless she said something stupid about the riots or something, because that's kind of my new thing I'm spurging over, but yeah.
Canada, Minneapolis, Chicago, Orlando, Dallas, Houston, and Nashville. Get your tickets now at x1entertainment.com/Blair White, link in the description. You guys know I have not done any in-person events in years, literally. So I don't know when the next time this is gonna happen. This is something very special for the Blair White Army. So if you're a member of the Blair White Army, I'm gonna need you to make sure you don't miss the Blair White Takes America tour. See you soon. Speaking of people I hate, I'm a hater today. I'm in my hater bag with this episode. This is a new one though, because I actually wasn't hating until quite recently. Streamer Destiny goes...
Yeah, because as soon as someone says one thing that these people disagree with, whether you're right or left, it's like, that's enough. I hate this person now. This is going to be about this fucking cringe-ass fucking Piers Morgan interview. we're going to hear Piers Morgan soy out and her probably just insult him a bunch. And I'm going to still think that he was right. So, but hey, maybe it'll be different from that. Maybe I should have more faith in a fellow trans person. That's not going to fucking happen.
Goes on anti-Trump rant and mocks victims and their families. Creature behavior.
But anyway, just to be clear, fuck you, guy that got shot at the rally. This is why I don't give a fuck about showing sympathy. This is why I don't give a fuck.
Let's see if we get any context for the fact that the guy was like at a Trump rally, aka the guy that did the stop the steal bullshit, which was complete projection because he was the one trying to steal.
This is why I don't give a fuck about the sympathy for any of you fucking losers, because you won't own up to
don't
anything.
take it out on me because your wife left you, bastard.
Like, he's literally making the point here. It's not a difficult point to understand. If you want to say he's being callous or like rude or something, then sure, but he's putting his point out here. And, you know, if you're not cult brained, you'll understand it, but that remains to be seen. I haven't seen Blair White's take yet.
No.
Wow. As I tweeted, thank you, God, for never allowing politics nor life in general to harden my heart like this. And
Unless you're a Kamala supporter, in which case you must be brainwashed. I can't remember exactly what she said, but it was something ridiculous.
I really feel that way because as much as I'm a bitch, I am. I know I would never fix my mouth to say this. I mean, to spit on the grave of a dead man who was protecting his child from a bullet when
He was protecting his child, having brought them to a Trump rally. Like, that's a bit like pointing a gun at a child and then protecting them from the bullet that you yourself are shooting, in a way.
he passed away. I mean, that's just like the most vile behavior, and it's actually bordering on terrorism.
I'm asking you to condemn what happened.
What was Donald Trump doing in 2021 at the start? Was that terrorism? No, you're not going to admit that. This is another fucking whitewash bullshit thing. As I said, I like Blair White decently, but her political takes are usually dog shit, in my opinion.
As an egregious attack on democracy. Can you do that?
No, I won't. No, I won't.
You can't do that. You see, so why the hell, frankly,
not.
Destiny,
Absolutely not.
why the hell should we listen to a word you...
Please, Destiny, please, Destiny, please apologize for the shooting. Destiny.
Like, what a soy fucking loser. Like, why are people sucking his ass over this shit? It's embarrassing.
have to say
Wait,
about...
hold on. Why do you think conservatives haven't been listening to a word that liberals have said about anything for 8 years?
Right,
what do you
but
think
why
is going to
should
change?
they?
You think
But
that if
here's my
liberals
point.
come
Why should... Yeah, exactly. Fuck me. What a loser. I hate Piers. Since I started this channel, I've watched a fair amount of Piers Morgan, stuff. And, I've always been, ambivalent, but, this has made me, think less of him. Because he completely refuses to understand what Destiny's saying. He will only talk about, rhetoric in terms of Joe Biden saying something about putting Trump in the bullseye. As if Trump hasn't drawn so much ire on his own with his fucking actions. As if he hasn't made his own rallies a dangerous place to be. And that perhaps a good father wouldn't be taking his fucking kids to a Trump rally. You know? But okay, sure. I'm not going to shit on the guy for fucking dying, you know what I mean? But this is soy as fuck from Piers. And I don't care if I'm the only one fucking saying it, because I'm right.
now and they go, oh my God, this was so horrible.
But here's
they're
my
going to go,
point.
wow, that is true. Maybe that
Wait a
Biden
second.
should also...
Here's the thing.
He's not even listening to him there, by the way. He's just talking over him. Liberals haven't been listened to by the Conservatives for 8 years. He's not listening either. So fuck me, I guess. What are we supposed to do? Continue getting patronized by them, I guess. Like every other shitty response I've seen to this.
It's beneath me to even say this is wrong. That's 1 + 1 = 2. But the thing is, I feel as a political influencer, I've always understood that even though I can, say some pretty ignorant sometimes and I can go off the handle and sometimes I do too much. Yeah, I'll do too much, but never so much that I'm encouraging violence politically. And
is that encouraging violence? I'm not sure about that.
And that to me is just some jihadi ass shit. It's giving gay jihadi.
Okay, so the conclusion is based on a very faulty opinion, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that.
I'm ready for the great cleansing, dude.
Cleansing?
The cleansing.
This is an old as fuck clip, so it's well, he said this 6 years ago, and then he said this a month ago. Come on, this is soy, honestly.
What cleansing?
When we genocide conservatives in this country.
Are you gonna be out in the streets with your Glock?
Maybe. I gotta go back to Nebraska and grab it.
And it's just so corny. It's like, oh,
I
you
know. I have a sense of humor. Maybe that's why I find stuff like that funny, considering it was 6 years ago. He hasn't actually genocided any conservatives, you know. But whatever. You know, if I see like a trans person saying like violent ass shit from like 6 years ago, and it turns out they're not actually that kind of person at all, yeah, I probably will find it funny.
You gotta drive out of state to go get your Glock, baby boy, baby girl.
Okay, maybe I can't talk about like being patronizing over a clip of someone from like 6 years ago because I watch older stuff from people, but at least I'm honest about it. At least I say that that's what it is. Would someone that hasn't watched Destiny at all know when this clip is from based on like the background and stuff? I happen to know because I remember some of this shit from like the JonTron shit years ago. Like that's more what it looked like. It like looks different now. But she's not going to do that, which is kind of dishonest, you know.
Baby boy, baby girl, baby they. The other side has Glocks on deck.
The other thing is he hasn't had blue hair in ages, so like, interesting. Like, this is really, really not good. I don't know why people are leaving their brains at the door when they talk about this fucking shit.
The other side has Glocks on deck in their house presently. I got about 26, 27 on me right now. And it's not that
Okay, how many hands have you got?
I would ever use it, right? Because I'm not a piece who uses my platform to, you know, fan the flames of violence. But I'm just going to go ahead and say it's not a battle you're actually going to be winning, right? The side that doesn't know how to shoot, the side that has to go drive out of state to go pick up their gun, it's not really going to be the W you think it is. It's just some lowdown shit. And it's crazy because I did have...
So like, isn't it kind of a soy like SJW thing to go looking for like years old clips that you can put in your videos so you can like patronize the person you're talking about and not even like clarify when that clip was from, like to support an argument? Like, if you have to go digging that far, at what point are you just like looking for ammo, you know?
Destiny on my channel probably like a year or so ago, and we actually came to some common ground. Like, we had a pretty rational conversation. We didn't disagree on much. It was just about trans stuff.
It was actually a really good conversation. I've seen that video. I should maybe watch it sometime. Think about what could have been. I'm joking. Like, these two aren't going to work together that much because they're very like polarized politically, even if they're quite similar like in terms of like trans issues and stuff.
And so I felt like on the list of liberals, like commentators who would engage in this type of like just idiocy, it's like, I gotta be real, a lot of people call him, you know, retarded and stupid and crazy, and clearly he is, but I really didn't think...
Clearly he is, because he said something I didn't like. She's just as much of a fucking TRA loser from the other side, let's be real. This is exactly the same shit that they do, and she knows better enough to like criticize that shit when she sees it, but then when it's someone else that said something she doesn't like, all of that goes out the window. It's almost like everyone on this fucking platform, everyone in these circles are actually complete hypocrites that are just pushing their own narrative, like the truth and honesty and respectability be damned, you know?
I think he was like that. I mean, the fact that he was actually able to have rational conversations prior to this with conservatives to go off the deep end, for me, it just reads as someone who's going through some sort of crisis in their real life. I mean,
go off the deep end. He was talking to who? I don't know. Fake centrist soy loser Piers Morgan? Fucking blow up doll number 1 Dave Rubin and blow up doll number 2, I don't even know what the fuck her name was. Fucking, oh, when rioters were just allowed to walk into the Capitol, like, fuck yourself. That's exactly what he's talking about. And she can't see it. She played the context that should have informed her, and she can't see it. It's insane. I don't understand. Like, either you're not being very honest or you're turning your brain off when it suits you. You can't have it both ways. You have to pick one.
This reads as someone who is going through some things. But it's never an excuse, right? Because as someone who's gone through some things, probably...
Got psychoanalysis, that's nice. Remember when all the fucking leftoids were talking about how much she hates herself, baselessly, including ContraPoints, by the way. I need to watch that video so I can show that I'm not just a fucking stan or whatever. But yeah, it's fine to do it to other people. This is what I mean. All these people are hypocrites.
Objectively more things than this motherfucker. I don't know. I've never been caught talking about cleansing my political enemies. So that's a level of demented that I'm going to need you to get checked up.
But like, think about it this way. If Blair White had said 5 years ago, oh, I really wish I could just like take out a bunch of these fucking stupid libs, just get one of my Glocks and pow, 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 pow. And she doesn't say anything like that in the time since, and clearly has never done anything like that. Me personally, I'd be like, well, yeah, it's a crazy thing to say, but clearly it wasn't like honest, because like clearly it was a joke or whatever, like, and it's up to you whether you find that funny or not. But like clearly she's not actually that person, you know. But hey, you know, I bet if he was on the right and was saying like similar things, there wouldn't be the same feeling. And like, I bet she was super like against the BLM riots, but is absolutely fine with the bullshit riots that are happening in my country right now, which Americans need to shut the fuck up by the way. They need to shut the fuck up about the UK shit right now, because it's embarrassing. Who was it? Fucking Keemstar saying complete utter shit. Who else? Fuck, loads of them. Who cares? Go on anyone's Twitter. They're probably saying utter shit about the UK situation right now.
Up on Destiny. Should have clocked it by the name Destiny. What kind of I was wrong thinking that he was a rational human being. You cannot trust the blue hair. You just can't. You just can't. Even
blue hair, blue hair, blue hair. Sure.
the ones that seem like they might be okay, right? It's just like, if the person has blue hair, it's just a law here. Yeah.
No, it's if a person says a thing you don't like, you suddenly completely flip the switch on them, you completely flip the script on them, and you don't like them anymore, because you're the same as most of the people you hate.
Have blue hair, you're just a crazy person, and that's coming from a tranny, so that's really bad. And just like Chris Tyson, you know, the red flags were there. Someone who's built like that.
Okay, we're comparing him to Chris Tyson? Like, really? Really? I know that that's the subject du jour, and Chris Tyson is a piece of shit, it turns out. But like, really? Groomed a bunch of people, didn't want to apologize for something to fucking Piers Morgan. I wouldn't apologize for anything in front of Piers Morgan, just out of spite, literally.
Just the build alone, right? That is a nefarious build. That is a suspicious build, and physiognomy is in fact real. That's just what it is. And it's just a projection for me. I mean, Destiny projects that the conservatives are the hateful ones, right? This is the thing. It's like,
physiognomy is a real thing. This guy's projecting, by the way. Lol.
To pretend as if at this point in time, conservatives have some sort of like monopoly on like hatred or bigotry or political violence, when it's actually in fact...
Is that what he's saying? Or is he saying that whenever you'll do crazy shit, you never even like take accountability for it? Like, what was she saying about the January 6th shit? I don't know.
Very, very often the opposite. It definitely wasn't conservatives burning the country down all summer 2020. And we've seen in real time in the past.
That's what they're doing in my country now, so I don't know. I'd love to see what her thoughts on that are. No, I don't, because I don't want to ruin like content I might enjoy in the future, because I think her takes on some things are stupid, and, you know, fucking hell, I'm trying my best to, like, not just hear one opinion and, like, this person sucks now. Most people suck anyway, so who gives a fuck? Blair White's attacking people that are for their appearance. Yeah, she hasn't made one comment about anything he really said in the Piers Morgan thing. She's had plenty to say about something he said, like, 5 or 6 years ago, it turns out, so I don't know. But hey, I don't know. I need to be careful.
2 weeks since the Trump, assassination attempt, right after Biden got, COVID, and despite, my entire timeline being overrun with people with demented libs, libbed out bitches, praising the fact that someone shot Donald Trump and mourning that the bullet did not in fact do its big.
Which is crazy, by the way. But like, how can you not acknowledge Trump's own role in creating this kind of toxicity around him? He's done it himself. Like, he put a target on his own back, especially with the January 6th shit. Like, is it really that far-fetched to think that someone who is that anti-democracy, apparently, isn't putting a target on his own back, isn't pissing people off, isn't making some crazy kid somewhere think, this guy's crazy. I think the only way to make sure everything will be okay is to get up on our fucking roof and take pot shots at him. Like, but all Piers Morgan wanted to do was talk about Joe Biden saying fucking bullseye. Like, how is everyone this stupid about this whole thing? I've watched it. I've watched these fucking clips a million times because I've looked everywhere for some decent criticism to make sure that I wasn't going insane. But maybe I am going insane. I don't know. This is just a continuation of that, I guess. I needed to stop talking about this shit, but, you know, I usually compliment Blair White, but I want to make it clear I don't just follow anyone like this, you know. Ooh. I cannot see all of the thing you just put. I'm really sorry. It's got a thing covering it saying, to activate chat, please enable channels here. Will it go away if I do that? No, it will not. I love Restream. I don't know what the fuck it's doing today. I'm literally logged in. So yeah, it says, I mean, he's oddly, I'm not sure. I'm so sorry. Hang on. It won't even let me do that. You know what? I don't care. I'm so sorry if I don't read your messages properly or read them ages later because I couldn't see half of it. I'm having issues. Anyway.
One with him, you know, that was, I'm sure, everyone's feed for about 2 weeks, was just the most demented, you know, at least Destiny is consistent with his side. I mean, he's not exactly an outlier. He's just one of the few public figures that's willing to actually represent the state of the left right now. So in that sense, I actually give it to him. He's actually being a pretty...
Yeah, represent the fucking frustration about being gaslit for 8 years. Like, what shit that the conservatives have done are they owning up to, like, ever? Whereas whenever a liberal does something stupid, we're expected to, like, line up to fucking disavow them. Because, you know, we've decided that fucking soy lord Piers Morgan is the arbiter of, like, justice and morality. Well, he's not. He's a fucking idiot. Like, Piers Morgan is exactly the kind of guy that pretends to be, like, in the center, but somehow only ever, like, glazes Trump and, like, shits on whoever Trump's up against. It's weird. You gotta admit, it's weird. Especially some of the shit that's happened in the past that is just, like, completely, like, legitimized now. No one seems to care about his complete disregard for democracy. And Piers Morgan is, like, leading the charge for legitimizing a man who did that shit. Like, read the fucking indictments.
Accurate representation of the heartbeat of the demented ass, demonic ass left right now. And that is what it is. But for me, I didn't see anyone when Biden got COVID on the conservative side on my...
Was it demonic when your side fucking stormed the Capitol? I'll stop talking about that now, but, like, come on. I've made my point. Like, this is ridiculous.
Almost exclusively right-wing, you know, follower feed. And you know in your heart of hearts, watching this, no matter what side you're on, you know if something happened to Biden, would there be ignorant people on the right speaking up and doing somewhat of what the left did when it came to Trump? Of course, there's always going to be...
Doing somewhat of what the left did. No, doing the same shit. Doing the same shit. Let's be honest for once in our lives. Please, Blair. I believe in you. You can do it.
Be assholes, but you know it would not be this unanimous thing. And yet it was on the other side, so to pretend as if...
fuck off. Like, she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking... How much longer is there of this? This is like literally lying now. Like, fuck me. Plenty of leftists were lining up to fucking disavow the Trump shit and to cry about how mean Destiny was being. And if you don't think so, then you don't know... You don't talk to these kind of people. You're just as much of an echo chamber as anywhere else, it turns out. And that sucks, but I'm used to it. I'm used to hearing someone say some stuff that, like, wow, that's actually sensible. Like, shit. Someone actually has a fucking smart perspective on, like, trans shit. And, like, isn't being a soy freak about every single tiny little thing that's slightly anti-trans that happens. And I really appreciate that. But then as soon as I hear them talk about something else, they're the dumbest fucking motherfucker I've ever heard in my life. I don't understand it.
One side has a monopoly on hate. I mean, you're just stuck on stupid if you believe that. MSNBC's Joy...
That I do agree with.
Reid says black people will look real weird not voting for Kamala Harris. Which is interesting because, you know...
Yeah, people say goofy shit. You know, is there much else here? The dangerous rise of right-wing gay men. Okay, actually, no, I'll watch this because this will lead on to something. Because I wanted to talk about, like, LGBT people and, like, allies and stuff leaving the left. I think what I might do is come back to this. If you're a gay Republican, you're an absolute fucking weirdo and loser. See, this is the annoying thing. Like, I read stuff like that and I'm like, yeah, you're an idiot if you think that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, how am I supposed to respect people that are Republicans either when this is the kind of shit they're doing? She hasn't said, like, shit about what Destiny actually said, and she played it. She played the fucking context that shows what his line of thinking is and had nothing to say about it. I wonder why. I really do wonder why. Anyway, I'll come back to this video. But that's Blair White versus Destiny. Everyone is wrong about Destiny except me, and I will take any fucking challenger on that. I don't give a shit.